All those in favor of the motion say aye or raise your hand.
Today, Austin City Council voted 10-1 to fire City Manager Spencer Cronk. He held the job for more than 4 years. Austin Mayor Kirk Watson and City Council members made the decision after the city's response to the ice storm 2 weeks ago.
After that storm, more than 100,000 Austin Energy customers were left in the dark, without power and without information about the work being done to get the electricity back on. Cronk has publicly apologized for the city's shortcomings, and Cronk will receive a severance of more than $463,000. It includes 1 year's salary and 240 hours of vacation payout. Council member Natasha Harper Madison was the only member to vote against Cronk's firing. She released a statement reading in part, quote, "Today I chose not to support the immediate termination of our city manager because this action will not solve the systemic issues within our city government or our collective response to the recent winter storm." Cronk's contract officially ends tomorrow.
This afternoon, senior reporter Tony Plohetski sat down with Spencer Cronk. Here's a part of that conversation.
When you look back over the past 14 days or longer since we've had the ice storm, obviously there has been criticism about the city's response. As you have had a moment now to sort of review the city's response, what is your opinion about how the city performed?
Yeah, well, I've certainly apologized in the past around how we could have done better and that our utility infrastructure and our communications needed to improve. And after every response of a storm, we know that we can work on things that will make the next one go even better. What's characterized my tenure in Austin has been a sequence of unprecedented events. When I first came on board, there was the bomber that severely impacted our community, the Colorado River flooding. We had Winter Storm Uri and now Winter Storm Mara, and of course the pandemic. These are all catastrophic, unprecedented events that our community has never faced before. We learn from each one, we get stronger from each one, but I know that even in this most recent winter storm, we will learn from this and get better going forward.
And the city did appoint a familiar name to be interim city manager. Jesus Garza served in that role in the late 1990s and early 2000s. We do expect the city will ultimately conduct a national search for the next permanent city manager, just as it did, by the way, when officials hired Spencer Cronk in 2018. Back to you.
Tony, thanks a lot again. Jesus Garza held that job until the early 2000s. City expected to do a national search for a city manager coming up soon. Senior reporter Tony Plohetski live at City Hall tonight. Thank you, Tony, for that. Meantime, the city of Austin has a council manager form of government. You may know this, the mayor and city council responsible for all legislative function, but the city manager operates kind of like the CEO for the city of Austin. The city's website says the manager prepares the city's budget, oversees a staff of more than 14,000 people in Austin, recommends policies and programs for city council's consideration, and carries out also the council's priorities.